Today we're going to show you how to make tinfoil hats to protect yourself from mind control.
Okay, so I'll be completely honest. I have no clue how to make a tinfoil hat, but I'll teach you guys how to anyway.
He said, I don't know if you can understand him, he says he's a professional. And
Yes.
he knows exactly what he's doing. Lots of tinfoil hats before.
Yeah, we brought in the best of the best at tinfoil hat making.
Yep.
Alright, so I guess we get some tinfoil. I don't really know how to use the tinfoil cutter thing. Alright, here we go. I think this should be a good enough size, right? Okay, yeah. Everybody grab a piece of tinfoil.
Does aluminum foil work?
No, because aluminum is made by Chinese, which is really the tightest.
He said only use tinfoil, not aluminum foil.
Yes.
Alright, so
That's why
now
it's called tinfoil.
you get your tinfoil and you just put it on your head and you press down on it, I think. That when you Google search tinfoil hat, this is what it looks like you're doing. So I'm just gonna squeeze this around my head.
I don't think mine's big enough.
Mine neither.
Alright, so I'm gonna squeeze this on my head, then I'm gonna take it off so I get the basic shape, then I'm gonna grab more tinfoil. I'm just gonna keep layering it on there because the more layers you have, the less access they have to your brain.
He said
Well,
ogres
it's a
have
big
layers like
one
onions.
piece of tinfoil. I'm just gonna cover this sucker in it. This is what's gonna protect my brain from the penguins, and hopefully yours too.
Better controlled on the bottom.
So you're just gonna start wrapping it around in tinfoil. It's as big as you can get. Lots and lots and lots of tinfoil. Just go to like the dollar store or something and buy out their entire selection of tinfoil. That's how much you want. Yeah, that's how you make a tinfoil hat.
Welcome to Project Truth. Today we have a caller who is a penguin expert, and we're going to ask him some questions. So, what do you know about the penguins?
They're pretty interesting, pretty deadly creatures. And their biology, from what I've researched for over 5 years.
5 years? Wow.
Yeah, it shows that they're very bloodthirsty creatures who are very, bloodthirsty against humans, but against other things like polar bears or Arctic foxes, they don't really say much.
Okay.
Could you give us examples of penguin attacks that will make them deadly?
Oh yeah, one of my coworkers is he's dead.
One of your coworkers was killed by a penguin?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
pretty yeah.
They're a very merciless, unforgiving race. They really are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those penguins, they will just murder you alive. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or possess your body.
Yes, as we've seen in a previous video, they can take
Yeah.
possession of your body.
What else do you know?
Well, some of their weaknesses I've come to realize is the penguin race is kind of like the, what's it called? The wasp, hornet, and bee race.
I'm sorry, could you say
The-
that? Wait, what did you say?
Could you say that again?
The stings from a wasp, hornet, or bee are able to actually kill a penguin.
Okay, so they're
But
basically...
since there are no really signs of bees or any of that in where all the penguins live, you don't really see much activity of killing a penguin.
Right.
Yeah.
So their weakness, they also have a weakness of bee stings. Okay, what else?
I think this could mean that when people have allergies to bee stings, that they are part penguin, or possessed by a penguin, controlled by a
Correct.
penguin.
I see.
Bee stings could be connected.
Now, something which I came across, one of the penguin weaknesses is actually a form of gas called argon. It is over negative 130 degrees Celsius, or no, Fahrenheit, 90 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to take the boiling point of that literally negative 303, and it's possible. No, splashing the moon with some of that, it might mess it up.
How could this gas kill a penguin? What?
Well, first of all, you gotta like, condensation mold, make it into a liquid, and make that liquid into a solid, and make it back into a liquid. Because you gotta boil it up, you gotta make it the right temperature, and then you gotta, put it in a bucket and then kill the penguin.
Well, what was the gas that you said?
Argon?
Argon?
Yeah.
Yeah, argon.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
And
We should take gas samples from Caesar's grave, our penguin bunker, to see if there's any argon in that, because it has been proven in the past that it keeps out penguins.
Yeah.
This could possibly be the reason why.
Yep.
It could be argon in
Yeah.
there.
Perhaps just dead rats in general give off argon, and that's their.
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
yeah,
That's
dead rats are also one of the most known weaknesses of a penguin.
Yeah. And you said
Now, one more.
you said it could be made into a solid. Rusty nails. Do they have the gas argon, or is that another thing? Do you think?
I tested about 50 rusty nails. About 1% of those 50 have a trace of argon in it, so it's very rare to get any.
What did you say? What was the percent?
About 1% out of those 50.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
About 1%.
So not necessarily connected.
Yeah.
Now, one of the most interesting things that I found was the anatomy of a penguin,
The anatomy?
which is how it turns out that argon kills the penguins. So we took it apart, and apparently it has very human-like organs.
Okay.
And so it has 5 parts in its stomach that clump together that make it one massive heart. That's why it's kind of so hard to fill up.
Wait.
Yeah.
You said 5 parts that clump together to make a massive heart?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And something that we looked at, the penguins, the only proper organs that they have are all the human organs, brains, and then additionally they have the eyes. Everything else isn't really penguin or feathery like you would expect.
Yeah. Could you tell us where these organs are in a penguin so that we can pinpoint?
These organs are where every organs are in the stomach region area, up to the head where the brain would be.
So it's not much different than a human anatomy of.
No, that's why it has very much human-like organs.
I see.
Now, one thing I did figure out is that, well, they have no knees like everyone does, and they have magnetic flippers or feet. If they have magnetic flippers, then they are a positive thing. If they have magnetic feet, they are a negative penguin.
I see. So the electrical charges come from
Yeah,
either flippers or their feet.
correct.
And tell me again, which one is the flippers?
Both flippers.
What do you say, positive?
Positive.
Flippers are positive, feet are negative.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Now, I also researched that they lay eggs every 4th week on every 4th Wednesday of each month,
I see.
3, 4, Wednesday.
except for February.
Why
Because
not
February doesn't have a
February?
kid.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
What do you say?
Except for February because there's not a 4th Wednesday
Oh, right.
on February.
So even though penguins are an alien race, they do not have a mother queen like some other alien races do.
Well, they do, but we have yet to find it. All the researchers are thinking that it lives underground.
But you're saying that the queen is not the mother of all the penguins because they lay eggs.
Oh no, there are 2 races, the negative and the positive. So you have the negative and the positive queen.
But
Okay.
she doesn't lay the eggs of all of the penguins, right?
That one.
Okay.
Okay.
That one was just the originator.
So, sir, do you think we can use evidence on Earth to pinpoint the location of their homeworld?
No.
So do
Being on there in Antarctica and North Pole for 5 years, not even I could probably figure it out.
so you
Although there was a slight trace of a very cold substance that was made up of the inside of the penguin. So I would guess to say that the penguins are kind of maybe from Pluto, since it is the coldest planet and farthest away from the sun.
So you think
It would only make
that because of that you think they're from Pluto is what you're saying?
yes,
Okay.
all right.
from speculation.
Because of how cold it
It
is.
only makes sense because they would go to such a cold place on Earth that is about maybe just a bit warmer than Pluto. But they still need to live in a cold environment.
Then they probably like when they take over a human body in their mechanical pod, it probably has this air conditioning unit that just makes them super cold on the inside,
Yes, most likely.
so that they can move out throughout the rest of the world.
And is that possibly how AC was discovered by the aliens?
Maybe.
They've advanced our technology a lot, actually. I've purchased a new model of the solar system, and we can find here that Pluto, the farthest one away, is the farthest one away. It is,
And that's why it's so cold.
yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, all these planets are having a party over here. Pluto is the. We're gonna have to get around the sun, all the rest of the planets. It's gonna take a while to get there.
Do you think if someone were to cut open a human that had a penguin pod inside of it, like, do you think we would be able to feel the coldness of the pod on the inside?
Maybe.
Maybe. Like, I mean, if they have to keep the temperatures of the North and South Pole, then their pods must be that cold as well. So do you think if you could just somehow feel the inside of a human body with a pod in it, you'd be able to feel how cold it was?
Mainly yes, and most things it would be. But
Find a way
so
to
far we're uncertain.
Yeah.
find out who's a penguin and who's not.
Yeah, we can. By their body temperatures, we can take their temperatures, with those
Yeah.
thermometers. So, if we were to get to Pluto, we cannot trust the government's space programs. We're going to have to use our own evidence of the temperatures of inside a penguin. So, by next video, I hope we'll capture a penguin, lock it in our bunker, and try and measure the coldness, see if we can get the coldness of Pluto, compare the temperatures, see if we can connect their homeworld. Thank you, sir, for calling in, and we took notes on this discussion. We'll think about it in the future, capture penguins, and try and get back to you and the rest of our viewers about penguins and their homeworld.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me today, and I hope you all have a good day. Goodbye.
You too. Bye.
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
This is Project Truth.
The whole truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Where we make you aware of
The truth.
No, we
Hello, Domino's Pizza. How would I like to take your order today?
Hi, is this Domino's?
Yeah, this is Domino's.
Okay, yeah, we'd like to get a large cheese pizza. Actually, half pepperoni, right? Is that
Half pepperoni.